Here we will demonstrate how to marinate the chicken fillet, chicken breast. You see a lot of different ingredients. It's actually up to you how you want to marinate it. We are just showing an example. What we see here is that we have honey, we have kefir, we have olive oil, and we have many different spices. Um, the one I'm touching now is chili con carne spices. Then we have many different, this is chili con carne. It's very good for marinade. It has a good spice to it, a good bite to it. Then we have dried jalapenos. They of course give a huge bite. It depends on how long time you marinate, and that was chili peppers. And here we have some herbs, different herbs. We like herbs in our marinade, and we mix it all together. Here we see curry. We basically put a little bit curry to all our marinades. It gives a good base. So that's good. Then we have imbir, and but you're free to put in whatever you want. It has to be something you like. The honey will take away the huge bite of the strong spices. Then we use kefir as a base and a little bit of olive oil. We like to put olive oil into our dishes, and a little bit of lemon. Of course, this is very advanced. You don't have to use so many things, but we like to use a lot of different things to our marinade. Here we have two fresh chicken breasts. We have cut off all the fat. There's a little bit fat when you buy it fresh. It's not packed. We bought it directly from the butcher. So it looks beautiful and it's very healthy, full of proteins. So you can enjoy these super fresh chicken fillets. They are ready to be cut up and put into the marinade when we have mixed the marinade. And we will start to mix the marinade. So we start with the kefir, and the kefir is the base. Kefir is very healthy. It's not so fat, and it's very nice when you bake your chicken breast later. Then we add a little bit olive oil. It also gives a good taste. It's basically 1 tablespoon, more or less. We add some spices, and here you can experiment how you want. Marinating your meat is fantastic. It's not making it more fat or anything like that. It just makes it taste. When you eat very healthy and very fat-free, you need some spices. And we add as we go, more or less based on instinct, to be honest. And we never ever make the same marinade. We have many spices. We always buy new spices and try new things. This was actually black pepper. These are some mixed herbs. Of course, we live in a busy business life like everybody else, so we always have on hand herbs and spices and honey and all the good stuff. Then we put the honey in. Honey is fantastic for marinade. It's really something, when you tried it once, you will always add a little bit. It gives a fantastic natural flavor, and it's really something you cannot do without. Then we add a little bit lemon into the marinade, like that. Mix it all together. And depending on how busy you are or how early you make your marinade and how spicy you want it to be or how much it has to go into the meat. That's what you plan when you put it to the fridge, how long time you want to have it in the fridge. Of course, some people are too busy, so they make it in half an hour. Of course, the best thing, in my opinion, is that you put it in for the whole night. Now we have splitted the marinade into two parts, so one chicken breast will taste a little bit more of curry and another one will not. So she put only half of the marinade into Tupperware, and now she's adding other spices to the rest of the marinade. So you can also experiment like that. This is a very nice variation. A chicken breast can be very, very boring to eat, no matter what. But the marinade is actually the trick. You have to do marinade, and you have to try it. If you try it, you will be amazed how nice the chicken breast is. We bake the chicken breast in the oven after it's been in marinade. So she's now mixing and mixing and mixing. And we see it here. That's the result of the second marinade. So we have two marinades now. Then she takes the prepared chicken breast and put into the bowl and really turn it around so the whole chicken breast is covered inside and out, like this. And let it cover, let the marinade cover the chicken breast. And you see here, you can basically not see the chicken breast. It's completely covered by marinade. And then we take the next chicken breast. Now we put the first one into the fridge. And the next chicken breast we put into the second marinade. We have it there. We need a spoon to mix it so it gets in everywhere on the chicken breast. And she wants extra spices. I can see she was considering that. Maybe a little bit more chili con carne, which is fantastic. Those chili con carne spices are fantastic for chicken. It's really perfect. Here we have some extra chili. We like it a little bit spicy, so we use a lot of chili. Mustard, Dijon mustard is of course the best. She puts a little bit more spices into it. So as you can see, it's only your imagination that makes the limit of how the marinade should taste. And a little bit other herbs. These are these English herbs, and it gives a very delicate taste. Then she mixes it with the kefir. And it's very important you mix the whole thing together, else some part of the chicken breast will taste a little bit different than other parts of the chicken breast. So you have to stir it around a lot. And here we see how it looks. It looks like puke, but it's not. It's really not puke. And she put the next chicken breast into this, turn it around so it's completely covered like that. And the last piece of it, turn it around so it's completely covered in all corners and everywhere. And here we go. A Tupperware with chicken breast in marinade. And we let it stand for some time in the fridge. And now we are ready to bake it. It's been in the fridge for about 5 hours. And we took it out. And now we are ready to bake it. We bake it in the oven. So we have these special baking bags you can buy. And The oven should be on 200 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but you can calculate yourself. And it should be there for around 20 minutes. That's enough, because the chicken breast is so delicate that it doesn't need more. And you simply put it into the bag, because then it cooks and bake at the same time. So 20 minutes is absolutely enough. Just don't put it on top of each other. Spread it around into the bag, like we are doing here. Because if you put it on top of each other, some pieces of the chicken breast can be baked differently than other parts of the chicken breast. And it's not very nice to eat raw chicken, I can guarantee you that. So now she's taking the other chicken breast, which has been in this different marinade. It's a little bit messy, but you just have to wash your hands. And then you have to close the bag in the other end. It's kind of a tube bag you buy, and you can make it as big as small as you want. And then you simply just close it. Before she closes, she takes our fresh, own grown herbs and put inside. It makes first of all, it makes a very good smell in the kitchen. And secondly, it makes an extra delicate taste to the chicken breast. Of course, this is a big procedure we are doing here, but it's just to show you what possibilities you have. It's only the fantasy, your imagination, which is the limit here. Then we close it. When you buy these tube bags, you get a lot of things you can close it with. We close it with thread that you use for sewing. That's the most effective. We don't use what is delivered because it's much easier. And we cut the extra bag off so it doesn't burn. Remember to wash your hands. And when the oven is hot enough, we put it into the oven for approximately 20 minutes. Then she makes small holes in the bag so it doesn't explode in the oven. This is also very important because it will cook on 200 degrees for 20 minutes, so the steam can get out. It's just a small needle to use to make small holes like that. And here we go. We are ready to bake the chicken breast. Here we have the final result: chicken breast, rice, and cooked vegetables. It's a fantastic meal. It looks fantastic, it's beautiful, and it's very, very healthy. I wish you